So I'm underneath the frame of the tractor here, and I have this 1x1 square tubing. I think it's about 3 feet long, I believe. Yeah, it's 3 foot long. I have two of them, and I'm gonna brace the frame. We're running it straight across all the way under the footboards and everything up to right around here, something like that. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut a slot out right here. Ooh, it's starting to rain. I'm going to cut a slot out right here for the tubing to pass through. I got to weld this plate in so I can get rid of these bolts. Underneath, we have this whole assembly here. It's all bolted on. So I'm going to have to weld that onto the frame so I can remove these bolts, because the 1x1 will be coming straight through here. See the frame? That held up the mower deck mounts and everything, and held up my clutch rod or whatever your foot pedal goes to. So, stuff like that. So I'm going to have to do that and start grinding stuff and welding it and removing bolts. So there it is. I just welded everything in that seam there and underneath. A couple welds. There's one at the very end, right there. And yeah, all the bolts or whatever, weren't actually bolts. They were these like little lugs almost that are pressed in or stamped in, and I just whacked them out with a hammer. I got a whole bunch over there now. And I just loosened up my second clutch spring that went right in that hole there. And I think the next thing to do is maybe weld a little bit more or something like that, I'm not sure. And probably end up taking the rear fender off so I can work on this corner here now. So instead of cutting out a little bit, I basically cut out a lot of it. This is the original metal, very thin. This went, I don't even know how it went, somewhere, well, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, shit, that's hot. Anyways, it doesn't really matter, but this was kind of like this, and, ow, that hurt. And I mocked up this. I actually bent it a little bit, because this is a little, because it's not all flat, so this is a little out more than this plate, so I can still weld to it. So do this with one hand or a foot. There we go. So I plated it with some of my stainless plate over there, and as you can see, fits right in really good. It touches over here. See, there's kind of a gap, and foot's holding it up. Kind of goes in that rail right there. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna finish welding up those plates, and then I'll weld this in. So now I have it tacked in. You can see that all tacked in there and there. Tacked in there too. And I think I'm just gonna run little seams over here. I might try and come on the back side. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that without burning myself terribly, because overhead welding sucks. If you've ever done it, you know it sucks. I don't really have a jacket on right now though, because I'm in a short sleeve and pants. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it's coming out and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna run seams all along the frame and everything like that, and then I'll work on the other side and whatever. So basically, this whole process, I just welded it all back in. You see separate marks, kind of bad welds, but kind of hard to get at. Nothing really you can rest your arm or anything on to stabilize it. But I welded underneath and I welded on top. And I welded all along here, all down there. Other side I welded right there. I got right by this hole here. I mean, this thing's pretty strong. So, yeah, I'm not going to mind showing you guys the other side because it's going to be exact duplicate, obviously. So, thanks for watching and everything, and that's how I'm going to brace my frame and everything. And, yeah, cheers.